Hey guys, welcome back to Adventure Camping. Tactical Nut here, and today we have another knife review for you. Yes, that's right, it's the Sherman from Sinister Knifeworks, so stay tuned. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, let's go ahead and get the specs out of the way on the Sherman. This is just a hair under 7 inches overall. You have about a 3-inch blade, but about 2 1/4 inch actual cutting edge, 1/4 inch thick, about 10 ounces in weight. Does have purple heart handle scales. Now when I first got this, these were really bright purple, but kind of the more you use it, the more the oils from your hand, sunlight hitting it, does start it to get a little bit darker. I know I am kind of in the shade, but hopefully you can tell. It does have copper tubes. You can see here, he did put a lanyard with some really cool skull beads on it. And I tell you what, ladies and gentlemen, this thing, I like his little logo. This thing is a little beast. Now I've just done all my preliminary initial testing on it. I will do another review on how it's held up on a much longer period of time, but I really wanted to let you know about the quality of the work that he's done. The steel is a U65, which I've never used before. It's a Russian steel. It is a structural spring steel. Have no idea what the Rockwell hardness on it is, but it does seem to be a really hard steel. And I tell you what, I mean, we kind of came up with a modified Warncliffe sheep's foot type of blade. So I used it some around the house. Went out camping last week, and I really beat on it a lot more out there. And I tell you what, this thing will take a serious beating. I mean, it will baton your obviously smaller wood, so wood processing it will do really well. You could do some carving with it. I mean, it is a little thicker, but it will get it done. Feather sticking, it'll get it done. Now the spine is not a complete 90 degree. It will get some sparks off of a ferro rod, but if you have a thinner ferro rod, and I've got tons of them, pulling it through here works perfect. It will definitely shower the sparks, and of course having it in this hole right here, it directs a lot of the sparks down to where you need it to be, so it will work perfectly with your thinner ferro rods. Now Purple Heartwood, if you've never heard of it, used it, or seen it, it is out of the ironwood family, so it is a really dense, hardwood. So I expect it to only continue to stand up and be really awesome, and extremely durable. But as you can see here, fits the hand perfectly, perfect for that first finger and the other 3 here, so I can get my whole hand fully on it. Extremely comfortable, no hot spots. It is rounded enough on the edges here that, I mean, it's comfortable to use. Now it is a little heavy because it is a 1/4 inch thick, so you can see there. But to me, I mean, that was good. I mean, you can thump like crazy on this knife and you don't have to worry about it. Use it like a wedge to split wood or to get split started. I mean, you can beat it to death. And that's what it was designed for. One that can just take anything. Pry with it. I mean, when it's this thick, you could definitely still pry with it. The next review I'll do, it will be out in the field. There's just this little wood line here behind me. From testing so many knives, I've just kind of run out without having to cut limbs off of trees, which I really don't want to do. But I mean, as you can see here across the top, hopefully I had him leave in a lot of the forge marks on it so that you could tell that it was handmade. The guy's name is Rodney. He's in Bulgaria. I would really like to get more into the American market, but hopefully some people overseas in his area will see this too. So very generous lanyard hole. You can get anything you want through there. And man, I'm telling you what, you can't go wrong with one of this guy's blades. I mean, he's got a work ethic like you wouldn't believe. I mean, there's times we're talking, he's been out working in his shop and it's like 2, 3, 4 in the morning where he is. So, I mean, the man has the work ethic. He has the talent. I highly recommend you checking into him. I'll give you a link to his Facebook page, so maybe you can get into contact with him. And I tell you what, man, seriously impressed, Rodney. Seriously impressed. Great job on this knife. I definitely, maybe in the future, we'll get one that's thinner, a little bit longer blade to use for more purposes. But I mean, in the meantime, this is fit the bill for what we wanted and for what I wanted. Thank you so much, man. I so appreciate you making this for me. Like I said, heck of a job, dude. I mean, you could even get in and skin with it if you needed to as a hunting knife, or detailed carving a little bit, because I mean, just goes perfect with your finger. You know, gripping up on the blade like that. It's everything you want, man. It's everything I wanted. Thank you so much, guys. Get out there, check him out, go by his Facebook page, talk to him. I mean, I think you'll be impressed, and you can work with him on different shapes, designs, handle scales, you know, all that kind of stuff. So, okay, guys, hopefully this will help you. Check Rodney out. Do it. You won't regret it. I tell you what, you will not regret it. He does awesome work. Okay, guys, in the meantime, ooh, let's not cut it short yet. Let's talk about the sheath. Leather sheath, as you can see here, it's got the little hook back here. I do like not only that it's a snap, and of course obviously it's going to fit most of your smaller belts or your regular average everyday belt. You can work with him, of course, obviously, if you wanted a bigger belt loop or whatever. But I like this snap, and I like this little metal tab here on the end. Just helps with the look. Lots of detail in that sheath. Stitching. It's top notch. I don't think Rodney does the sheath. I think he has somebody he knows does it. But I mean, the sheath, heavy duty leather, and I mean, it's thick, as you can see here, hopefully. Yeah, I mean, even the leather work came out perfect for this little Sherman, my little tank of a knife. Okay, guys, I think that's about everything. So in the meantime, be prepared, have fun, and check out Rodney at Sinister Knifeworks.